I'd like to take this opportunity to express our most sincere appreciation to those who have made today possible. To our families and friends who supported us through 9 semesters of a rigorous doctoral program, either emotionally, financially, or both, we thank you. To our professors who shared copious amounts of knowledge, gave willingly hours and hours upon their time, both professional and personal, and became so much more to us than academic instructors. To you who have been our mentors and champions, we thank you. To those fearless leaders who had the foresight to believe that a physical therapy program could thrive at Lynchburg College, we thank you. To the community visionaries who saw the potential benefits a doctoral level physical therapy program could bring to our city and gave willingly of their time and resources to make it happen, we thank you. I have thought long and hard about what I could possibly say to this incredible cohort of risk takers, this first graduating class of LC DPT, the pioneers of all doctoral programs at Lynchburg College. What could I say to the students and families who believed in a program with no track record, with no accreditation, based on the passion and enthusiasm of a young director? What could I tell the students and families who trusted in the commitment of a school and a board of trustees to make certain that 3 years of toil and strife would be validated with prestigious and critical CAPTE accreditation? I reflected on our inauspicious beginnings as we marched from the Health Sciences campus to main campus in the pouring rain, sharing umbrellas with new friends and new faces. I recalled classmates, 8 of them, whose paths diverged from the one chosen by us. We began as a cohort of 52. Tomorrow, 44 of us will walk across the stage to be recognized for our dedication and accomplishments. The most important thing I can say to the LC DPT Class of 2013 is congratulations, we did it. For the past 3 years, you all have seen that I'm not shy about asking or answering questions, that I have an opinion on just about everything, and that I'm always eager to share those opinions. My husband, Clu, and my children could tell you the same. You should know that I come by it honestly. When I was in middle school, my mother went back to college. Lynchburg College, as a matter of fact. My siblings and I knew that everyone in her classes, students and professors alike, surely thought her the most annoying student in class. She raised her hand to answer every question, carried on discussion when the rest of the class just wanted to be dismissed, and irritated the professors by challenging their every response. Sound familiar? Mom, is Megan my long-lost sister? And so I have a few last thoughts for you, my classmates, before we leave the safety and security of this place where we have lived and breathed and laughed and cried our way through the last 3 years together. Following in the footsteps of our esteemed director and ortho professor, Rusty Smith, I'd like to share with you my very own nuggets, little morsels of knowledge and insight from the LC DPT Class of 2013. Hopefully, you'll find them to be of the golden variety and not the brown. Nugget number 1, don't be afraid to ask questions. If you learn nothing else from me, remember this one. When you aren't sure, ask. There is no dumb question. There is only the ignorance that results from failing to get all of the information, all of the facts. You owe it to your patients to be as informed as possible. Nugget number 2, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy. Who among us can forget the stress relief those 2 ping pong tables provided? Even if you never played, it was extremely entertaining to watch Hoth, Luke, Ben, Z, Trey, and Hud going at it. I think they may have turned ping pong into a contact sport. Play, laugh. Think back to our lessons of gait abnormalities. When you dip, I dip, we dip. I did not even know that was a real song until months later. Play. It's something we need to keep in mind as we begin practicing. Do we want PT to stand for pain and torture? Or do we want it to be party time? Are we going to have our patients perform seated pelvic tilts? Or are we going to slap a Zumba belt on them and turn up the salsa music? Choose wisely, because it could be the difference between having your patients come back to you again and again and having them find another therapist down the street. Keep it functional, but remember that the first 3 letters of function are F-U-N, fun. Nugget number 3, never forget to appreciate your support team. As I mentioned before, most of us would not be here without the support of those around us, the people I thanked earlier. There is no I in team, but there might be a T, therapist, E, extender, A, assistant, M, manager. Success requires that all players work together in a mutually respectful way. Give praise where it is due. It makes your work environment that much more cordial, which creates a pleasant atmosphere that your patients can feel. Nugget number 4, it's so important to find your niche, as Megan so eloquently phrased it. And yes, technically, she is pronouncing it correctly. Figure out your passion. Know your weaknesses, but don't forget that realizing your strengths will give you an edge. Let's face it, not everyone can grow a beard. Not everyone can pull it off. But our bearded back row knew what separated them from the rest of the clean-shaven, and they made it work for them. Figure out your passion and make it your selling point. Nugget number 5, celebrate the everyday miracles. Never take for granted the small successes your patients achieve. An improved time in single leg stance, an extra few degrees after a total knee, transitioning from men assist to modified independent. When Elam speaks, the earth shakes. Every day we can find the miracles if we remember to appreciate them. We need look no further than our expanded numbers to know that miracles surround us. We have 4 new healthy future PT students who have already submitted their deposits for the class of 2038. There will be at least 2 more who are sure to follow in 2039. We marvel at the fact that in spite of the constant dedication and commitment this program demanded, a whopping 5 of us found the time to pledge their lives to others, and that another 7 of us managed to find a soulmate and get engaged. That doesn't even include the ones who are currently ring shopping, and you know who you are. Wow, and I barely had the time and energy to learn the innervations of the muscles of the upper and lower extremities. You guys must have really been busy. Nugget number 6, don't be afraid to get personal. We don't treat diagnoses, we treat people. Think back to some of the more poignant experiences you had during clinicals. Remember the reactions we had when professors shared private moments with us. Sometimes we were moved to tears. Think about the last video that Dr. Smith sent out. Try and stand in someone else's shoes. Feel what they feel. We may never completely understand, but we can open our hearts and our minds. It's about people. We're all just people. Professionalism has its place, but if we lose sight of the reasons that we do what we do, we have failed. It is more important to be able to demonstrate empathy than to follow the rules for the good of a faceless organization. DPT, Doctor of Physical Therapy. These initials after our names mean nothing if we don't have the integrity, the moral and ethical compass that is so crucial to creating a trusting and beneficent relationship. DPT, developing people's trust. And finally, nugget number 7. To paraphrase the head dog, 50% of what we learned in the past 3 years is going to be wrong. The times they are a-changing. The profession of physical therapy, like the stock market, that's for you, Dad, has known wide pendular swings. 1 year, ultrasound is worthless, and the next year, well, okay, that's a bad example, but you get my drift. Stay current with the research that is increasing and improving at a phenomenal rate. Do not fall into the trap of ultrasound, massage, heat, and stim. We owe our patients more than that. Use your knowledge of evidence-based treatments in combination with your best clinical judgment to find the most efficient and effective way to intervene on behalf of your specific patient population. Make it yours. Own it. By the way, if 50% of what we've been taught in this program is going to be wrong, I have to ask, President Guerin, can we get a partial refund? Thank you all for your time. It has been my honor to be in this first LC DPT cohort with you all. This has truly been the hardest fun I've ever had. Now, Richard, let's go fishing.